And you kind of already got to this too. And then you have the Wei state, which is within those lines that were drawn so badly by the British. Shame on them. But it's also something, and you do a really good job of talking about this. Basically, the terrain almost creates the Wei state. Can you kind of talk about just where is it in the country? And if you go to Wei state and you say, you guys live in Burma, they're kind of like, sure, whatever, we don't care.
More or less, yeah. It's really, really fascinating, and there's really no corollary like it anywhere else on the planet. When you look at the map of Myanmar, it's a fairly sizable, mid-sized country, and then you kind of look over to where the mountains are. There's a big chunk of those mountains that are absolutely uncontrolled by the military regime that claims total dominance over the country. Well, they don't have dominance over this area at all. It is, by all measures, a sovereign nation state of the Wei people. The Wei people being the indigenous people of that area who, are been castigated for centuries, going back to the days of European colonizers as these kind of sinister headhunting people. They've always played the role of the boogeyman. Well, today they have carved out their own state. Now, if you ask the leaders of Wei state, quite a few of whom are indicted by the DEA, I'm sure we'll get to that. If you ask them, are you an independent country? They would say, no, we're not. We're part of Myanmar. Anyway, next question. Because they don't share this desire to be fully accepted by the international community. Their dream is not that everyone says, oh, yay, the Wei are fully independent and they're, they've got their flag on the wall at the United Nations and everything is groovy. They really just care about power, and they want to control their own state, and they want to keep everybody out who's not invited. That includes Myanmar's military regime. Like if a platoon from the central government of Myanmar, the military, tried to go into Wei state without permission, they would not have a very good time. They really don't control this place. I mean, this is a state with its own Ministry of Finance, its own roads, its own cell phone towers, its own hydropower dams, its own highways, you name it. So it is set apart from the rest of the country. And I think that it will continue to exist for many decades to come. I'm not so sure about what we call Myanmar. I think Wei state will be there, and hopefully people will recognize that this place is not going anywhere.